Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Stuart Shore, Vice President of Communications from Jaguar Land Rover, and welcome to our press conference. We hope today to have a fun and newsworthy program for you. I want to introduce a few guests before we get started. First, our President and CEO of Jaguar Land Rover North America, Joe Eberhardt, has joined us. Hello, Joe. Our Director of Product Planning, Rob Filipovic, is here, ready to take your questions. And as well, from the UK, our exterior design lead for Jaguar, Dominic Najafi, is here. Dominic is going to present the new F-Type to you in a few moments. Before we get started with Jaguar, I wanted to remind people that if you look over to my left and your right, the Land Rover Defender is right beyond the crowd of people. And with the new Defender coming to market now, Land Rover has three full families of vehicles: the Discovery, the Defender, and the Range Rover. And we think the Defender is going to be one of the big hits here at the auto show this week. We encourage you to go take a look at it. The reaction to the car has been phenomenal, and I expect to see big crowds around the car all week long here at the auto show. But we're here to talk about Jaguar, and I wanted to share with you a thought or two. At Jaguar, like the industry, is going through a transition. You have the shift from sedans to SUVs and the influx of new EVs. Fortunately, Jaguar is well positioned on both fronts to compete. But at its heart, Jaguar is always going to be a sports car brand. And we're really pleased to be able to share with you today the US debut of the new F-Type, the modern, iconic part of the Jaguar brand. Let's take a look.
See how excited I was to get on the stage there. Thank you, Stuart, and good afternoon, Chicago. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today. I'm Dominic, one of the Chief Exterior Designers at Jaguar, and here to talk about what we love, sports cars. It's what we live for at Jaguar. We have the best people from around the world come to work for Jaguar to have that chance to be part of a sports car, and they embody the brand, the best of the brand. You know, we're very, very motivated and passionate about designing sports cars at Jaguar, and because they make people happy when they see them, because they're beautiful, and because they're different, and they look fast even when they're stood still. So it gives me pleasure to talk about this. We've got, you know, if you think about F-Type, it is an absolute icon. It's our hero car, and as Julian Thompson, our design director, always says, that every car wants to be a sports car when it grows up. It's the ultimate achievement, it's the ultimate ambition. And you know, sports cars have always been a hugely inspirational part of the Jaguar story. And every story does have a beginning, so I'll tell a brief story today. And if we start there, look at the screen. So that might be a bit further back than you expected to go, but this is where it's the first time we saw the relationship of performance, person, what that looked like. And if you see on the screen there, you know, the more wealthy you were, the more horses you had, and you could get places quicker. And so the proportion, the image of the long bonnet and the cab rear harnessing that power was born. And of course, all the best Jaguars had this very prestige proportion. See some examples here in these graphics. You know, it's all about as well making the car look like it's been designed at a moment of inspiration with a few sweeping lines. And that's totally inspired the very dramatic proportion you see in front of you on F-Type. Okay, so detailing as well. Detailing can really add character, can add personality to a car, and we've got some E-type details sketched there. If people notice how we've been inspired by those in subtle ways, that's great. That just gives the car a little bit more of a special feeling, and a bit more personality. So the new car then, let's talk about it in a bit more detail. First of all, we wanted to make the front end presence even more commanding, even more progressive and dramatic. So how have we done that? We've got a completely new front end and bonnet. The lamps are very, very slim. I think the slimmest lamps in production. And actually they've got pixel LED technology now. Okay, so you can see very closely these little modules in the lamp. They're like 4 blocks of ice, very precise. And on screen you can see as well, shining through the signature is this monogram pattern. And this pattern you'll see throughout the car, on the tail lamp and the interior as well, was derived by the Jaguar Heritage logo pattern here. The logo was deconstructed and made this, what we're calling this trademark signature pattern you'll see throughout the car. So, that's the front. The grille is larger, it's deeper, and the bezel is bolder. You'll see another detail on the bottom there, the F-type script is embossed into the bezel. That's a bit like how you get jewellery engraved, gives that sense of quality. The mesh is completely new, with a bold hexagon shape, and another detail really is the way it's gloss black and satin black combined, which just gives that real material layering. I'll talk about detail a lot because we've put a lot of effort into making sure the closer you get to the car, the more time you spend with it, the more you see, the more there is to surprise you, delight you, and more intrigue there is to that. And the bumper here, the lower corners, you've got these really beautiful air intakes inspired by aircraft design. And from the front view, the way the lamp signature and that wing line up just gives the car a real balance on the front end. It's a really strong and powerful front. We're very, very pleased with it. Brand new bonnet, of course, with the new lamps, and this bonnet is taken the form and sculpture to a new level. It's very expressive. You can see from the picture again on the screen, this natural light, the sort of reflections you get on that bonnet are very exquisite, and that's been a result of many hours sculpting the clay in the design studio. It's a very artistic process, pure sculpture, and we actually design these reflections and highlights to make sure the car has this real exquisite quality when you see it on the road. If we move around to the side of the car, I really love the way this new side vent really shoots through to the lamp now. That gives the car real coherence from side to front. It really works around together, and also the side vent itself doing that really accentuates again this length of the bonnet that's synonymous with those early Jaguars as just spoke about. In detail again, you can see from the screen, there's a mesh pattern in this vent that's the same as the bonnet vent as well. So when you approach the car to get in, you see this link, this consistency. We've worked very hard to get this kind of real coherent feel. The leaper is presented on the side for the first time. This is a real Jaguar signature, something we're very, very proud of, and you'll see more of it in the future. We really want to embrace that kind of signature, make it feel very, very special. So as we keep going around, again, really famous, the F-Type is famous for these powerful haunches that really give the hard ground hugging stance, and then the tail lamps, and you can see from the screen again that very slim tail lamps, a bit darker, quite, very technological in their appearance, and again that monogram pattern shines through. The signature is now a chicane line, and we liken that to almost like it's been designed with one stroke of a calligraphy pen. It has this lovely kind of line weight to it, and very, very dynamic. So new wheels as well, of course, and quite a lot of choice of the wheels. You see the rear wheel has this deep dish that's wider at the back. That's like a supercar, that's what supercars do. It just really gives the car, again, just that powerful stance. To the interior, we've done some really nice touches to this interior. So, F-Type interior is about driver focus, it's about this cockpit feel, really envelops you in the experience. And we've improved that experience with better technology. So we've got a new HD 12.3-inch cluster in front of the driver that's interactive, and that really heightens that sense of experience as well. And the craftsmanship on this car, the trim and the craftsmanship are pure Jaguar, pure Jaguar. The stitching on the seats and on the doors, again, that really presents the monogram pattern. So you see that interior and exterior tying up together. The car has been designed as one. It's this holistic sort of piece of design, designed by people who work closely together and live and breathe it. So I really want you to get that feeling when you come closer to the car. Some of the other details as well, very small, but we've got this on the seat buckle here. I invite you to come up later, please look at the details. It's a Jaguar established script. It just reminds people of the care and attention, and also the heritage of the company. This company has been around for a long time, and we are progressing into the future with full motivation. Okay, this interior shows the new Mars Red, which is a very sporty and kind of deep colour. But on the screen as well, you can see the Sienna Tan, which is exquisite. It really injects a kind of exotic warmth to the cockpit. This final shot of the rear, this is the R version on screen. And let's talk performance. You know, this R version now has 575 horsepower. Okay, and it actually has the quick shift transmission from all the learning from the 200 miles per hour Project 8 Jaguar as well. The cars get new suspension knuckles for improved ride comfort. So overall, it's more beautiful, the detailing's better, and it performs better and rides better. It's just enhanced in every single way, and we're very, very excited about it. So, in summary, what can I say? You know, I've been drawing cars since a little boy, trying to convince my parents it could be a real job or one day. And you know, to stand here today with the team against this car, it's like it really is a dream come true. So sports cars is what we live and breathe. They sort of influence everything we do, and I really hope you get that sense of passion and enjoyment that we've had designing the car. So thank you for listening and enjoy your day. Thank you.